This video is about classmates in MyCC. Under the Academics tab, when you open a course, and this is true of every course, you will have a classmates or a roster type portlet added to a page. This can be added or deleted if you wanted to, but our pages have those. And if the students have gone up here under personal information and uploaded their picture, those will actually show up on that particular page so that you can then use the features of this page. Uh, and the features of this page basically allow students and faculty to come in and do a number of things. One is under the little I, depending on what has been posted for a person, you can actually have information on that particular person. Uh, each individual decides whether they want to release that or not. The second thing you'd have is the ability to do an email, and you can email just the students, faculty. If I did a select all and go email, it writes out the email and uses the official email address for it, sends it to the students so that so they can all receive it, and I hit test and test, and all I need to do then is go down to the bottom of the page and hit send, and it goes out. I could also attach a file, and as I talked about earlier, we would have the ability to add a link, so we could put in a URL link in here, or again, I could go up and use the linking tool to put that in, or I could even embed right into that email a video. So in this particular case, I won't choose a file, but I'll embed a video using the embed the source code tool. I can take the embed code from a YouTube video, for example, and post it right there. And that will, in turn, when I hit the send key, send that video out. I'm not going to actually send that as a test to my students, but you could send out a URL link, could be just put in like that. So either way, again, that will embed it. This approach just simply puts the link to your video in there. But if I want to send out email, that's how it's done. And the final thing is a faculty member. I will have an extra thing that says view a printable roster. So I can look at the roster of students that's in the class. And if I have people that are not in the class, it is possible that if someone is finishing up an incomplete, I want to add them to the list. And that would be done by going into Context Manager. And in the context of this course, I can go to Permissions, and I can add a non-roster student to my class by coming up and saying this student is going to be in here, and I go add individual users. And under this particular one, I can add a users, and I can either choose the roles being any of the roles we have at the college, including students, or I could just type the name in here directly. And when I do that, I find my student, I add them to the class, I say OK, and I save that. And now I have her as a non-roster student. If she actually were to enroll, that would change it back to being a roster student. And finally, when I go back to classmates, I would find that I have my extra student added here, Miss Sharon Ward. That's pretty much what Classmates does for us.